Okay, so first of all, like, what's the how about the lab assignment form? What do you think? So everyone just submit, right? Yesterday, right? Uh-huh. How about your feeling about this assignment? If I didn't give you guys like any like video hint, can you do this by your own? Yes, some of you can do, some of you no. Okay, that is a problem. Okay, some some of you like depend on my video too much. Okay, which means you didn't think about this one individually. You just look like just watch my video, then you do your lab assignment. Okay, if you can do, you should do your lab assignment firstly. Okay, think about this thing, how to do this. Is there any way I can you know make complete this assignment by myself? Okay, think about this one earlier. For example, my due date is yesterday, but I released at Thursday. So basically, you have like how many days? Like 4 or 5 days you can think about it, right? But many of you did this assignment on Monday. That's the problem, okay? You don't have enough time for yourself to think. You just say, okay, the deadline is tomorrow. I have to complete today. Even some of you like ask me question on Tuesday, okay? Most of the time, I didn't like reply those email, okay? Because you have plenty of time to ask me question. Not just on the due date you ask me question, okay? So many of you are the freshmen, so you should know this. Um, Many like professors, they do not accept or reply the email, answer your question on the due date, okay? Which means you have to prepare the assignments 2 or 3 days ago before the due date, which leave you more time to think, to ask, to read, okay? Because some of the question on my assignment, you need to review the book, you need to review the lectures, right? If you only have one day, sometimes you think, okay, it's not, I don't have enough time to do, so I just watch the video. Okay, oh, probably video can give me all the solutions. Even some of you, maybe you don't want to listen or watch the video. You just, okay, this is all the code. I just, based on the code, I just, type the solution on the NetBase. Okay, this is not a way to study. Okay, try, I will make sure next time maybe I will release the assignment earlier, maybe in the morning of Thursday or the afternoon of Wednesday. Okay, which means you have plenty time to think, to ask questions. Okay, so since like um, beginning of this semester, I only have a Zoom meeting with 2 or 3 students so far in this class. Okay, which means I don't know, like I assume everyone get and understand the lecture. You can do this assignment by your own. But unfortunately, just like this week, I received many of you like ask me question, don't know how to start with. Um, you know, some of you ask me question which lecture I can find this solution. Okay, it's not like question you should ask. Okay, you should be familiar with the lecture, so then you can easily to find the lecture. Not ask me like lecture 7 is for what, lecture 8 is for what, right? So try to read the book, try to, every day, review some of the contents about the PowerPoint. This is the way to start. Okay, as I said, computer science is not an easy, major, right? So you have to spend more time. As I know, it's a total like different language you want to learn. It's not English, right? Most of you already has a background about English. So when you learn the English, you have background, you have confidence. But for computer science, especially like a programming language, you don't have any background, most of you, right? So you should spend more time, right, to practice, to read, to ask questions, okay, to challenge yourself, right? I hope that this video would be my last video, like talk about how to do this lab assignment, okay? If many of you ask me question, which make me feel like, okay, probably this lecture has some problem, then I will make a video. I know which part you probably confused. If there's no one asking question, I don't know exactly what I should respond to you, right? If you like consider you're the teacher, everyone just keep silence and think there's no, if I ask, do you have question? Everyone say, I don't have question. That makes sense. Everyone just say, yes, it makes sense. How do I know like which part you're confused, which part you don't know, you don't understand, right? Okay, so just to make sure, if you have any question, just email me or schedule time with me or post the question on the Piazza. Okay, I think Piazza is really good, help you to organize and categorize the question. For me, it's very useful because I have like 3 courses this semester. So if everyone asks me question, send me the question on the email. Sometimes I don't know which one is for which course. So it's helped me to categorize, okay? All right, so any questions so far? Okay, so let's start. So first, we just to review last class what we learned, okay? So first of all, in the Java, okay, every floating point is very hard to present in binary. As we know, the computer only recognizes binary, which is 0, 1, right? But floating point is hard to present in binary, okay? So what they can do, they try to find the closest number, floating number, to represent, okay? So which means, in this example, we have this number, okay? Every time they add is 0.1, okay? But in the Java, it probably represent is 0.099997, okay? As a result, if you keep adding the floating number, the final result probably is not your expected, okay? So in this example, 0.1, we add them 11 times. The result would be 1.099999 something, okay? It's not 1.1. So how to solve this problem? So one of the way we can do, we set thread hold and compare with the difference, okay, between the actual value and the expected value. Okay, so in this one, we have expected value threshold, actual value. So we try to find a difference. If this difference is smaller than the threshold, we think this is equal. This is accurate. Okay, so in the threshold, you can set whatever you want. Okay, maybe your threshold, your tolerance is very high. You can set it's very like bigger. Okay, maybe it's 001. Okay, your tolerance is very high. It's very low, which means you can set it smaller. Okay, it depends. It depends like who probably user give the requirements. I want very high security, a very high accurate. So threshold could be bigger, could be smaller. Okay. Another way, we use the class to do the calculation. Okay. So that class is big decimal. Okay. Basically, every number you want to do the calculation, we use method to do this. Okay, basically we create the object, a big decimal, and put a number there. Okay, then call the method. Okay, there are method addition, subtraction, multiply, divide. Okay, so we use this way to calculate instead of using a plus, minus, divide, multiplication. Okay, so we use method to do, which can give us the accurate result. Okay, without losing any processing. Okay, so then we talk about the equality. Okay, which happened in our lab assignment 4 as well. Okay, so in this one, so basically we create two objects, right? So one object right here, another object right there, right? So once you create object, basically you reserve a memory space at two different places, okay? So in this one, S1 and S2, they share the same object, okay? That's the result, S1 and S2, point to this object. Then we create S3 as object reference and point to another object is over there. Right? So basically there right now two objects. Okay? But there's a problem is the value of the objects, they are the same. Why we do not consider they are same? The problem, because they locate as different address in memory. Okay, no matter what's the value, how many values they are same, we consider they are different. Okay, the example I gave in the class, I said, okay, in my class, we have two Zach. Okay, even though they have same name, but they are a different person, right? So this is the same thing. We create two objects. Even they have same name, same value, but they are two different individuals. Okay? After that, you should know how to compare with them. Okay? Is the S1 equal to S2? Yes, because they point to the same object. S1 same to S3? No, right? Because they point to different objects. Okay? But there is one more method can help you to compare the value of the object, whether they are same or not. Okay? The method is called equals. Okay? S1 dot equals S3. So basically, we're trying to compare the value of these two objects. Okay, so same name, same number, okay, and same order, right? Name happen in the first place, name first place, number second, and the value they are same. At this point, this method will return true. Okay, so just to make sure you know the difference between object and the value. Okay? Then we talk about how to compare with the string, the object. Okay? So in here, we're trying to compare with a string. Okay? When we compare string, basically we compare with the letter Unicode. Okay? So in this example, we try to compare with Amy and Barry. Okay? So we compare with them as the first letter first. Okay? So if A, so we first compare with A and B. Okay? In the Unicode, A is smaller than B, smaller than C. All right? If it's smaller, so basically this will return negative. Okay? All right? But if the same, if Amy compare with Adam, the first letter they are the same. As this situation, we will keep comparing next letter, okay, which is M with D. Okay, at this point, it's easily you can compare. M is larger than D. Okay, right? So it's a return positive. Okay. So I gave some other like example like Amy. Okay. Compare with nothing. What will return? This will return the length of the Amy. Okay, which is 3. Right? Okay. Any questions so far? Yeah. Okay. So then we have some, using the equal method, help to equal to compare with different string. Okay. There's one more thing. Okay, I want to mention. Okay, but if string, okay, A is okay like this, AB, okay, string if I compare with them, what's the value will return? First one, false. Okay, and this is true, right? Unfortunately, yep. Yeah, how? This is not false. This is true. Yeah. Okay, give you another one. Give you one. What's the value we return? So you say this is false, true. How about this one? False as well. Okay. Right. Okay. So basically, as I said, if you create in this way, we create one object. Okay. In this way, we create another object. In this way, we create a third object, right? But why this one is returned true? Okay. The reason is once you're using this shortcut way to create an object, so basically they will create an object in the pool. Okay. Once in the pool, which means they reserve a place for Amy, right? If you're using the shortcut to create another object for A, basically they will share same object at the pool. Okay? So this is only different. Using this way, they will share pool. Okay? Using this way, they will reserve different space. That's the reason this one return false. This one return true. Okay? Because in the pool, they already have objects for A. So if you create using a shortcut another object, if they search in the pool, oh, we already have one. You don't have to create a new one. So you can share the same space. At this time, it will be same. Okay? Question? Yes?
So if you create string C before you name string A and B, would those then assign to
No.
share with C, or would that make two separate?
No, separately. So basically, they have two separate ideas. So in a memory, one is memory for reserve, only for object. Another part is pool, which we use to shortcut to share the memory. So which means to help you to use your memory in efficient way, right? You don't have to create 2 or 3 same value object. Right? Yeah. When you learn the operating system, probably you will learn this idea. What is pool? Okay. But right now you don't have to. I won't give you some questions like this. Okay. I probably just compare with A and C. Right? But if you try to understand, this will be fine. Question? So it makes sense, right? Yes? Okay. Okay. Then today we're trying to learn the conditional operator. Okay, so what is a conditional operator? Basically, this operator try to replace if else. Okay, this is the format. In this format, we try using this one, puts the condition. So condition only return true and false. If it's true, question mark, okay? If it's true, we will execute this expression 1. If it's false, we execute expression 2. Okay? So it's very similar to the if statement, right? So if statement, you will have condition. If is that true, you will go the true block. Otherwise, you go for block. Okay? The only difference for this one, the result of this expression will directly assign to the variable. Okay? Let's see an example. So in this example, we have 3 variables, x, y, z. Right? So x is 10, y is 20. Okay? So this is conditional operator. Who can tell me what this one? What's the result? Or how to use them? Step by step. Yep. First step. Okay. In this step, we're trying to determine is true or false. Is that true or false? X greater than y, which is false. Right? So in the false, they will go to this statement. Okay, so x plus y, 10 plus 20. Result is 30. We assign this 30 to the z. Right? So right now, what's the result for the z? 30. Okay, that makes sense? First condition, if it's true, we go here. If it's false, we go here. Then get the result and assign result to this variable. Okay, so another example. In this one, okay, we have string s and add pass or failure. Okay, so the condition is if grade is greater than 60 or equal to 60, it will return passing. Otherwise, return failure. Okay, the same thing. Last time we did this part, right? For the discounts for senior person, right? We have age condition. So what's this condition return? True or false? True, right? So which operation we will do? 0.9 or 1? 0.9. Okay, so which will return right? Right? This makes sense so far? Okay. So if we convert them into the if-else statement, something will like this. Okay. We have if statement. We append this pass if it's true. Otherwise, append it with failure. Okay. How many lines there? 8, right? Only one. From here is equal to this one line. Okay. This is a more advanced feature. Okay, we can use conditional. Especially we want to assign some value to the variable. Okay, because in here basically they are doing the same thing, but a different value to assign. At this point, we can use conditional operators. All right. Say another example. This is just one line. 8 lines. Right. Does it make sense? Okay. Try and do this one. Can you convert? Try write on the paper. Okay. Then I give the result. Okay, just tell me what's the first line. What's the first line? Line 1. Do you need this? Do we need to define it? A is public. What's the next line? You need to use M, right? That is M, right? To the minimum, right? Okay. What's the condition? A greater than B. What's the next? What's the next? Question mark. And which one? What's the following? No. So only B? And A. Okay? So, we do this together, right? Condition, if it's true. Okay, if it's true, basically this one will convert like this. Right? Correct? If it's false, okay? So basically in this one, the only thing you need to do make sure this expression is write correctly. Okay? As I said, if you remove this one, this is just a look like this. Exactly the else statement, right? If this one is like this, it will be. Okay? If it's hard for you, you're trying to use it in this way. Try to understand. Okay? You converse this one. Okay. We convert, basically we call a print this method twice, right? Right? Okay, so we got condition, we print out this part, else in this part. Okay? Can you understand? What's this line trying to say? Okay, who can tell me what's this line trying to say? Hunter? Yeah? You mean this one? Okay. Yes? Yes? Right. So basically it's a two layer of the if statement, right? So first one, if grade is larger than 60 or equal to 60, we will do in this part, okay? Otherwise, we'll return F, okay? But if it is true, we'll get into this conditional operator. Here is another if else, okay? Right? If the remainder is larger than 7, you give the plus. Otherwise, you give the C. Okay? So this one more likely, you have one if, one else. And in the if statement, you have another else, if else statement. Okay? 60. Then this one is module 10, right? So this condition basically is set smaller than 60, right? Right? That makes sense? Okay. If I convert into this one, into the if statement, we will write like this. Okay? Okay. Try to convert this by yourself. Try this one. Right. There's nothing there. first tell me what's the condition here. The first condition. Right? And what's the else statement if it's false? You are not A, okay? Okay? Then this part basically is nested one, right? So in here, we have another condition, true, false. What's the condition? 8 minus 7. And what's true? Plus 8 minus. Okay? So basically you combine them together. You only use one line to represent this part of the code. Okay? That makes sense? Right? Question? Good? Good. Or something like this, right? Okay. Try and do this one. First, give me a result. Can you give me a result? What's the result for this one? What's the value? Yes, first. 1. Is that 1? Do this together, okay? Let me write this one down. Okay, is that right? Good. Good. Okay. So in this one, we're trying to find the word out else, right? So what's the first condition here? This one, right? Okay. What's the last one? this condition. So basically, here's one condition, true, false. This is else, right? So which means in here, we have a nested if else, right? Which is y, which will return y, otherwise return z. Okay, then this part should be here, right? Which will return x, z. Okay, so here's the result. Okay, so I just write down this. Okay, based on this, you can get the result. Okay, what's the value for the x? X is 1. What's the result? What's the value for y? 2 and z? 3. Okay, so first we compare here. So it's true or false? True. So we only go here, right? And here is return true or false? True. So this is the only result. Okay? It's 1. Right? Does that make sense? Question? Right? So then we need to learn what is a switch statement. Okay? Basically, switch statements help you to choose the specific case you want to stop at. Okay? So the syntax looks like this. First, you have an expression. Okay, this expression will return a value. Okay, based on that value, okay, returned, you compare with different constants in the case. Okay, which means if this constant is 1, 2, 3, and if the expression return the value is 1, which means they will stop at this 1, the case 1, and do the statement. Okay? If there is the keyword break, which means we will directly stop here. Otherwise, there's something we call is for through. Okay? In this case, if they go to the constant 2, obviously there is no any break right here, right? They will go to the case by case until they meet break. Or there's no break. They will go every case and every statement. Okay, there's two things you want to know. Okay, first one, expression will return a value. Okay, this value will, whether it's a match with the case constant or not, Okay? If there's no break, which means they will go to the fall through. Okay? Let's see the example. So in this example, we're trying to determine, the day, what we should do. Okay? So in this switch, day of the week, this will change, right? Based on different date, we have different case, okay? Saturday, Sunday, Friday. In here, Wednesday and Monday, they will do the same thing. Okay? The interesting part is in some of the case, there's no break. Okay? For example, in the case Saturday, this statements there's no break, which means if the day is Saturday, they will stop here and run this line. Okay, let's go blue boys, then go to the next case. Okay, line by line until they meet break. Basically, they will print out these 3 lines. Okay, this thing we call the fall through. Okay, this is only in the Java, but in the C#, the break is required. Okay, so every statement you have to put a break, but in the Java, they call this is a fall through. Okay, you can put the break or not. If not, we will go fall through. Just the waterfall, they will go through. Okay, let's see the example. If the day is Saturday, what will be printed out in this code? Go blue boys. Anything more? This is output. Because in the Saturday, there's no break, which means we will jump to the next case, Sunday. Okay, in the next Sunday, they will print, let's go, Lady Blues. Next line, no class. Here's a break. We will stop there. Okay? How about this one? If the day of the week is Friday, what will be print? Yes, that's right. Okay? So the Friday, which means we go to here and print this line. Since there's no break, right? Which means we'll fall through to the Monday. And the Monday, you need to print out 160 quiz today, quiz day. Next slide break. We will stop here. Okay. How about this? What will be returned under? Error. Invalid day. Okay. Because 2 is none of the case over there. Okay. Which means we will go to a default block and print error invalid day. Okay. How about this one? Tuesday. I already gave that. Tuesday. Go here, Okay, now the case is Tuesday, and Tuesday is over there. So basically, Tuesday, there's nothing. Okay, and there's no break, which means we will go to the Thursday and print out working on my home assignment. Right? So basically, this flow will look like this. Okay? Based on different constants, this is a case. Based on a case, okay, if it's true, we'll go to the case, okay, do the statement. Okay, if there's no break, which means we'll go through, go to the next case. Okay, until you meet break, we just directly go to next statement. Okay, in here, the break is very important. If you didn't see the break, which means we'll go through, go to the next case statement. Okay, this is most important. Okay, let's simulate the output. What the value will be print? What's the answer? Bryce? C? Everyone agree with C? Yes? Okay, so D is over there. This is a lowercase d, right? So none of the case is lowercase d, which means we will go to the fourth one and print 4. Okay? How about this? Michael? What? G? This one? Everyone agree with J? Okay, so A is over there, which means we will go to the case A and print 1. Okay, since there's no break, we'll force through to the case U and print 2. Okay, there's a break, so we will print out 1, 2. Okay, this one. Under F. Okay, everyone agree with F? Okay, so C, which means we will stop at C case, right? So there's no break, we go to the D, right? Okay, and there's no break, you go to the default. Yep. Right? Any question? Any question? Good. That's for class today. I will try to release a lab assignment for this week and a quiz as well. Okay, so just to make sure, if you have any question, ask me first. Okay, and prepare the assignment as soon as possible, not last day. Okay, probably I gave like 3, 4 questions. Maybe each day you just do 1 question. You'll already be done by the weekend. right? Manage your time, okay? That's for today. Thank you.